Hello everyone and welcome to the course. For finally we are starting and we'll start with a simple question. What exactly is cloud, right? We have seen this word thrown around and used extensively over the last decade, at least for the last 5 6 years certainly. So what exactly is cloud, right? Now before answering that question and before getting into the technicality of what exactly a cloud represent or what exactly does it mean, I want to give you an example first, right? So what exactly is that example? Let's talk about uh, a few things that I can think you can it will help you to relate to what exactly is cloud, right? So let's talk about some basic things like electricity, right? So you come to your house from, let's say your office, right? And then you come to your house and then you go ahead and turn on a switch and there goes the light, uh, goes on, right? And then you can see everything. So now in this case it's like very simple, right? You go ahead, turn on the switch and the light comes on. Now you know do not need to know how exactly that is happening, what is happening in the background. You don't need to know the details of how the electricity gets to the light bulb. Those details are not important. So you might not need to think about uh, that there is a power plant that is generating all this power. Maybe it's hydroelectric or thermal or solar or any sort of energy plant or power plant. And then you have a large network of high voltage transmission lines to your town going through a substation, and eventually that electricity makes into your home, right? But again, at this moment in time you don't need to know all those details. The process of this light uh, is hidden behind a simple kind of act of switching that particular flip, or sorry, or flipping that particular switch. And then as soon as you flip that switch, the light comes on. So in this case, the electricity becomes a kind of a utility, right? And that utility has many benefits. So the first thing is, when talking about a utility, is definitely you pay for only what you use. So for whatever time you keep the lights on or keep your other appliances on, or you use them, right? It records all of that, right? Your electric meter, and then that is only what you pay for, right? Now again, you don't have to again whenever you buy an appliance, as simple as it can be as simple as a light bulb, or it can be a refrigerator, a washing machine, a TV, or whatever electric appliance we're talking about here, right? So whenever you're buying any kind of appliance, you don't have to pay your electricity provider upfront, right? For how long you're going to use it. So you just go ahead, whatever you feel the best product is for you. You go ahead, bring it to your home and plug it in, and it starts working. There is no interaction with the electricity provider that, okay, hey, I need to buy this or I need to buy that. So, and you pay the amount that you actually use per month, right? Secondly, you don't have to worry about all the details in the background that, okay, hey, with the latest technologies, what are they going to do? How are they upgrading their power plants with the latest technology to be more efficient and everything, right? And then again, you don't have to manage any scaling that particular electricity. Maybe new people, more and more houses are being built in your town, and new people are moving in, right? So with all that extra capacity that is needed, now you don't have to worry about all those things. So that is where this abstraction comes into the play, right? So everything is been abstracted from you, and you are just using those services. There's a lot of things that are going in the background to for you to get that particular electricity, but again, you don't need to know all those things, right? So similarly, as a technology professional, when talk about it, same benefits when developing and deploying applications, right? whether it's storing data, streaming video, hosting a website, they all require managing hardware and software. Now the management, this particular management that we're talking about of particularly hardware and software is an obstacle when you're actually going to deliver these applications to your users. So luckily there is what is called as cloud. So again, as we spoke about electricity, that is a utility, right? Similarly, the cloud is also an utility that developers, IT professionals, companies can use, uh, so that their product can go ahead and reach their customers. So that is what basically it is. It is basically someone has done all the background work for you, okay? And then you just go ahead and deploy your application. And how do you do it? What are the things necessary for it? All of those things we'll talk about. But in hindsight, that's basically what it is. That a cloud provider, in this case that we will talk about Microsoft Azure. So the cloud provider Microsoft has done all those things in the background to manage the hardware needed, okay, the software is needed, okay. And then you'll have to go ahead and just choose what do you want. Okay, I want this, I want that, and I want this much of a particular category, like compute or storage. So you want a specific certain performance of storage and then certain space, right? And then you want certain CPU requirements and all of those things, whatever is needed, you just pick it, pick all of these things, club it together, and then build your application on top of it. And then you pay for whatever you have used so far. So that is where uh, this cloud is. So I hope this analogy or the example that I gave works for you. And then we'll talk about the benefits of cloud more in the upcoming video. Thank you.